So I'm gonna roll, so let's keep filming. I can do a half hour on these videos. And then the camera dies. Okay. So I just painted the robin. And I'm gonna let that dry. The Batman. So I was so happy with how the background on Robin, the new background, just turned out. So I'm gonna try the same thing on the Batman. So the reason why I painted orange for the background here is because it's complementary to blue. And I will make a video about color theory at some point. So all I'm doing right now is putting on a layer of white. Everything I say is innuendo. There's no such thing as mistakes. That's what she said. And shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Gotta shake your paints. Because if you don't, the paint and the medium, the acrylic medium, separates. So with acrylics you gotta do that. Okay. So now this took me days. I did not know what I was gonna do with Batman and Robin paintings. So on this piece, it's kind of an LA, Los Angeles brushy paint style that I picked up years ago. Before I ever got the scholarship at SFAI, San Francisco Art Institute, which I don't even know even exists anymore. Okay. I will have to research. My school just went bankrupt while I was attending there. Ella King Torrey. See, can I even talk about this stuff on YouTube? I don't want to bum people out, but she no longer exists. Okay. That's too bad. Now with this acrylic paint, there's some blending going on from the previous layers of paint. Which is why I paint in layers. Because it becomes really fun. I have something to offer. And I want to take over the world. Just like Pinky and the Brain. Okay. So, I always say there's no such thing as mistakes. Look at that black paint there. Why is that a mistake? Well, it is. But it's another layer of paint that happened accidentally. And you know how you fix it? You just go like that. And you let it dry. So, there's another problem. I have really dark paint on his mask. And his face is really light. So, where's the light source? Batman is a dark figure. So, for psychology reasons, I painted this really dark. So I have to figure out where the light source is coming from. Let's do a little dry brush, because I think this painting, well, I think what's happening on his face is going in a different direction. Okay. And that's okay. I know what I'm doing. I don't perform unless I'm on camera. Okay, that looks pretty cool. One time when I was 21, I made a 5-foot by 5-foot painting of Batman and Robin from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight. I don't remember whatever happened to that painting, but it was huge. I don't know what happened to it. I can't remember. It was just a copy of one of Frank Miller's comic book panels. But I did a good job on it. Okay. Sometimes you just have to let it be and not mess with it. And just let it dry. Okay, so that goes over there to dry. Look what I did, I just threw it over there. Now, let's see. I have this Conor McGregor comic book page. So when I was in Vegas, I learned about this man. He's very successful and talented. Okay. So he was a fighter, a wrestler, multi-talented, and now he's a successful businessman as far as I know. So I made a comic book cover of him in 2021. And by luck or accident, this page was saved. So now I'm finally putting paint on it. And you just go like this. This is on newsprint. And trust me, no one taught me this. I figured this out for myself. Because newsprint is not a good material traditionally, right? But it's actually really fun to draw on because it's very pliable to pencil and all kinds of medias. Well, in grade school, they always had newsprint. This crappy newsprint. And it was really frustrating to work on as a kid with these big pencils. But now, I know what to do with it. And it's all thanks to packaging tape. So I just did that layer. I mean, no one in art school ever taught me about doing this on newsprint. I invented this. Okay. So you let that dry. Now I've got my, what can you call it? It's Red Sonja. Invented by Robert E. Howard. And they made a terrible movie of her with Brigitte Nielsen. And Red Sonja was not really originally written for Conan the Barbarian, but it's something that Marvel Comics took from other Robert E. Howard stories and injected her. Oh! They injected her into the Conan the Barbarian universe. Man, I am not going to last long on YouTube. They injected her into the Marvel universe. Okay. So, I've got a figure here. The source material for this is on DeviantArt, another site I can't talk about. Oh my goodness. If it was up to me, I would show everything I've ever done on DeviantArt. Well, let's just say if I get my OnlyFans site up where it's 18 and over and I can get my artwork up, make videos where I can swear and show like the kind of art I want to make, I will do that. I had some red tape difficulties tonight where I was trying to get onto OnlyFans and I photographed my ID front and back, and then the situation came up where using my phone I had to take my photo of my face for identity verification, and it didn't work because I have to shave. I kid you not, this has happened before. I have to shave so my face matches the photo on the ID. So if you have a beard and you're trying to match your identification card, you have to shave so the pictures match. It's so screwed up. Now, the verification process is by a third party. It's all for everyone's protection, more or less. Okay. But it sure is a pain in the bleep. And that word rhymes with sass or bass or crass. Hey, I'm Tony Clifton. I rhyme words. I'm a big Tony Clifton fan. He's really funny. He even appeared with the Muppets. Oh my goodness. So what happened is I never talked as a kid because I was traumatized and I didn't know how to talk. And there was no one to listen to me anyway, so what the F, bro? Okay. I'm from the 70s, before bro talk was even invented. Well, they had surfer talk. Gnarly. So Sean Penn kind of nailed that. So here's the painting. What do I do with this? So the mountains are supposed to be far away, but they're the darkest thing in the painting right now. Oh my goodness. So it's wrong. So you just gotta be brave with painting sometimes. So it's hard to explain what I'm doing right now. So when you're working with acrylics, you can see that the paint of the orange is blending in with the white paint, the magic white. That's what she said. I always say there's no such thing as a mistake. And this is GD Bravery. How did I know this would work? Well, I didn't exactly know, but it was a good guess. Okay. So now the mountains are lighter and it works better for the aerial perspective. Okay. I never knew I would be a celebrity making paintings on YouTube, but here I am. If I don't paint on camera, no one will ever know that I can actually do this stuff. And I got the good 1-inch brush. Okay. So what is happening here? I'm getting an even tone. Okay. And, oh man, that's beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look. I had some really great art teachers, and they didn't seem to get through to me. Okay, I had different ideas about art. So now, look at this. I made the mountains lighter. It looks like there's a hair there. There is. I can't get the hair off. So that's upsetting. It's still there. See, I suffer from technical difficulties for everything I do. So you can scratch. The hair is still there. It finally came off. So then you take your brush. What happens when a hair gets on your painting? See, it's fixed. Now I'm going to let that baby dry. I got a little paint on the brush, so what do I do with that? I'm going to start building up the foreground, which needs to be darker than the background because of aerial perspective. Go look that up. So the light coming through the atmosphere. Things farther away are going to be lighter in a painting than things close up. And my problem with Bob Ross is he would paint snow on the GD bleeping trucking F mountains with pure white, which would make the mountains be forward. And it should have been really toned down. I'll have to look at his videos. See what's really going on. I know it's just not correct. Okay. So, dark, light, dark, light. This stuff was drilled into my head so many times I couldn't take it anymore. So let's take a look. So Bob Ross could do one of these paintings in a half hour. And I have no interest in finishing a painting in a half hour. I'd rather take people through the actual process. So to finish this painting, all I really need to do is sign my name and it's done. But is it done? No, it's not done. I'm not done with it. Okay, it's beautiful. And those speed painters who use spray cans on the street and they get a big circle and paint the moon and spray paint all that crap on. I just can't do it. I've seen those people in San Francisco and I've seen videos of them doing. I can't do it. I don't want to. Why would I want to make art like that? I don't want to do like fake and phony crap. I want the real thing. Nothing better than the real thing, baby. So I have some paint left on my brush. And every session I use up all my paint. And sometimes when the video is over, and if I still have extra paint, I use it all. Not one drop of paint gets wasted. That's what she said. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, there's something about Beethoven's Fifth. What song is that? Where they reverse the notes. I'll remember it. There's some famous song. Could be Smoke on the Water, where that might be the song where they literally reverse the notes of Beethoven's Fifth. I don't know if that's the exact song, but it's a good example. Musicologists will know for sure. I think that might be the one. Okay. So, you just put some paint on Conor McGregor here. By the time I am done with this comic book cover, that would be so cool if he found out about it. Conor McGregor. His videos are on YouTube of him fighting. He's older now and retired from fighting and wrestling and kicking. I think he's a businessman now. Irish Spirit Comics Publications from January 2021. I'm working on it. Finally, 4 years and 4 months later. Conor McGregor. Okay. Alright. Sorry. I'm drinking English beer, even though this guy's Irish. Okay. I used up all my paint, so I'm done. Oh my goodness. But I dug up this index card art that I found in my car. And that. And I've got green paint for next time. So I would describe myself as a little crazy and a little off. I've been called every name in the book. It's so bad. But some people have said I'm the worst artist they've ever seen. And other people have said that I'm just great. Okay. So, eventually I will show and prove how good I am. That's my goal. Thanks for watching. That was another great time. And I have 2 videos to upload. Thanks to all my hardcore fans, my fans, casual watchers. And hopefully I'll find people who actually send me money. Because I'm broke. Alright, thanks for watching. Patreon.com/DavidLevins. Instagram.com/DavidLevins67. A site where no one pays any attention to me. Same with Patreon. I'm on Facebook with 2 David Levins accounts. So that no one cares about what I'm doing there. My biggest audience right now is YouTube. Okay. And this painting I'll work on. My sister, the one who's still nice to me, she sent me a photo of her friend dancing. So I lost the original photo, so I have to do this from memory. This painting might be worth $500 one day. I have made money off my art. What's the most I ever made from one painting or one thing? I've made $1,000 before from my art. And I've sold many paintings in San Francisco. The small paintings, 9 by 12, would go for $100 a piece. And it still wasn't enough to pay my bills in San Francisco. So I got out of there. Look at this chaos. Enjoy it while you can, because when the girlfriend comes back, unless I work out something with her, she's not gonna let me paint on the bed. I mean, she likes to lay there. It's her comfort zone. She loves just laying there for hours and playing her phone games. And she's modeled for me before. So maybe we can do some rated PG figure modeling. So that's something to look forward to. She'll model for me. She has no problem doing that stuff. Okay. Thanks for watching my chaos. And let's pay an homage to Alfred Hitchcock right now. There's the toilet. Psycho is the first major American film to ever feature a toilet. And back then, and still today, it's a symbol of terror and horror. So, normal things in art, take 2. Normal things in life that become art take on a different meaning. That's why when I paint 2 mountains or 2 hills, well, are they mountains anymore? Or are they 2 bumps? For me, mountains are always having something to do with the female form. So you can imagine for yourself what those mountains are. Come on, I can't even talk about this freely. Yeah, screw you, YouTube.